afternoon, curlers.
Good afternoon.
Two quick things before we start the finals. The first is the finals are untimed. Please play at a reasonable pace. I don't want to have to come up and speed you up. Because they are untimed, we'll play a full extra 10 if there is any game that is tied after 8 minutes. On sheet A, we have the D event final, Charmed and Dangerous. They are playing Red Rocks versus Broom Service from Nutmeg. On sheet B, we have the C event final, playing Red Rocks with Chuck from Charlotte. Playing Yellow Rocks with Bedknobs and Broomsticks from Triumph. On sheet C is the B event final, Canfield playing Red Rocks from Opal and Nashville. They are playing Quackweight from Charlotte, playing the Yellow Rocks. And in the A event final, we have playing Red Rocks, Orange Pants from Broomstone. Playing Team Right from Broomstone.
Great, so welcome everyone to the finals. Yay! I want to thank you all for coming to curl your hearts out this weekend. There's been some great curling, and we've enjoyed having you, and hope you'll come back again. I first want to thank our amazing ice man, Frank. I also want to thank all the Charlotte curling volunteers who came out to help Frank, bartend, ran the screaming, and just helped everywhere and anywhere they could. Thank you, Brady, our draw master for the weekend. And then thank you to the USAC for helping to sponsor the event. We appreciate your organization's dedication to women in the sport of curling, but also our 5U curlers. We've seen a tremendous representation of women curlers at the events, and it is evident of the impact that they are having on our event and other events. So, with that, good curling, and to the fire.
Okay, welcome to Charlotte Curling, everyone. My name is Neil Pfeiffer. I'll be with you at the next couple of hours. Sorry that I'm going to turn down the master volume. There we go. I'm going to turn down the down sheet mic. Those excitement from the warm room, excitement from the... We're doing some practice slides. I'll go ahead and introduce the teams as we go through the first few ends. We're going to be focused on the A final. Welcome to the Charlotte 5 and Under Fighting Hornet. This has been competed for, I think this is the 7th time. We love running a 5 and Under. It is a gift from our older curlers to our newest members. This has been a really good weekend of curling. We have a lot of representation from all over, but the A final, which will be on sheet B. So that will be the featured sheet tonight. Sheet B is Broomstones versus Broomstones, and we're going to be on the mic. I know there's a lot of cheering down there. Last game of the weekend, and a lot of people are really excited about Notre Dame and Georgia. I don't know why. I guess they play football, but we're talking about curling today. That's all that matters in life. Curling, not football. All right. So, welcome to the chat, everyone. We did not promise a 12:30 start. We just said that would be the earliest it would be. We'd like to the Piper. Did you get one? Oh, yeah. No, that's fine. Thanks. Appreciate it, too. And if you're new to Charlotte Curling, in true North Carolina fashion, we have a shot of apple pie moonshine. So if you're ever in the finals at Charlotte Curling, I know it's supposed to be Drambuie or some French stuff, but we do apple pie moonshine. We're from North Carolina. So our first rocks are being delivered. I'm going to introduce you to the teams. Bring up my... those of you that were watching the last stream, you're going to be familiar with a lot of these names and these folks. So we're going to have... We've already said Team Right against Team Orange Pants. They are not wearing orange pants. It was very confusing. I constantly forgot to say Team Orange Pants because they were wearing black pants. But those teams are both from Broomstones. We'll go into a little more depth as we go there. And then Sheet C is the Team Quackweight. Quackweight is going to be in the green jerseys. And they're going to be playing Team Canfield out of Nashville. And we expect a really good game there. I know a lot of folks with that are going to be paying attention in Charlotte. And then on Sheet D, Team Colin Shook. Well, those guys have had a good run of it, and they're going to be playing. I always mess up their name. It's the Team Bedknobs and Broom Stacks. They were amazing broom stackers this weekend. They have great shirts, and they were super fun. And then Sheet A is Charmed and Dangerous, the villainous women from Charlotte Curling, playing Broom Service. Broom Service. These guys, pretty impressed with their sweeping. They have a really they're all wearing Skips jackets and matching Skips jackets from Nutmeg. Came a little early on Thursday. It was pretty fun. So those of you that are joining us, please boop the chat. If you're happy to, if you're listening from where you're listening from, just let me know, and I will call out a couple of those curlers. My name is Neil Pfeiffer, just a member of Charlotte Curling. We're so happy to have you join us for this amazing 5U action. So we have had the first couple stones. And it looks like the last game, they're going to start fairly defensive. They're going to throw in the house. On Sheet B, they're going to throw in the house, and then they're going to just get a few of those out. So just learn the ice, throw a few rocks, and then decide what they want. So got a little high side on that hit. Makes sense. First rocks, inside out. Thank you for booping the chat, even though you're both in the warm room. Appreciate you. Boop. Boop. We could bloop the chat. I don't even know what the difference is. Please don't poop the chat. That was happening earlier on the weekend. Nobody wants to poop a chat. Yeah, poop the chat. It's not good. Good. So, thanks to the ice crew, Frank, Tim. There were so many people to help with ice this weekend, and Frank obviously does a great job leading that group. The ice is from the first game was running super quick and curly, so it's given the competitors a fair surface and definitely adjustments as they go through the ends. Oh my goodness, Samantha. CMI. Boop. Glad you could join us, Samantha. I think you'll fit right in putting poop emojis in the chat. All right. So we had a few hits, although that end flipped really quick. So there were a couple of yellow rocks in after a couple of hits. There's two red rocks. biting with a top guard. So as it looks like we're the second seconds. Yep. So we're just trying to. We're going to be on the sweep. So they're just going to try to get this. It's curling pretty hard. May have wicked. And may get a little splitter. I don't know if either of those are out counting the reds. I'm sure they're going to take a look. Yep. They're going to draw the corner. Oh, they're going to hit. Sorry. Looks like Red Rocks are hammer. All right, I will be taking a... Hey, Suzanne. How's it going? Thanks for joining us in the chat. I may be asking, there was a lot of D-Gen curling in the first chat this morning. It's like wake up early Sunday morning and let's just go degenerate. Samantha, go brain? Go brain! As in Pinky in the brain? I don't know. All right, so as these first rocks are coming through, looks like they were able to hit that out. So they're just going to hit this one. They're pretty happy to hit. Looks like we're looking for a double. They're going to sweep this one pretty hard. Just see if it, yep, just hit nose. So we're just seeing about where this, just making sure this does a little jam on the bat. Boop, from Tucson, Arizona. I know Mike, Big Mike here, I don't know who won the costume contest, but having Mike Hansen in an alligator suit was pretty epic. So I'm going to give that a 10 out of 10. Oh, all right. It's not Brain. It's got to be Brian. But I will say go Brian. Or go Brain. And so Nutmeg. Yeah, that is on. Nutmeg Curling is, I'm looking around. Oh, on sheet A. They're playing the Villainous Women from Charlotte Curling. So root for them hard. The Nutmeg guys have been great this weekend. Fantastic. So we're going to be focused on sheet B. So if you're watching sheet A, go ahead and enter it into the chat. I would encourage you to put an over-under on the amount of rocks in play on the third end or how many total points will be scored. All right, so lots of sweeping on this, trying to get that to curl, not to hit that yellow. All right, good enough. So we're doing a lot of hitting, finding the ice, just finding the sheet B ice. Don't know how many times they've played. There we go. All right, so I will not call him Brian ever again. Just Brain. There are 27 viewers, so if you're just listening, have at it. But if you want to join the chat, absolutely, I will respond to you because I'm just staring at a computer screen for 2 hours. So, all right, so it looks like they're going to go on the B sheet. They're going to try to get this out. So they're really out on the 12-foot, just trying to get this to curl a bit up. They're worried about it over-curling. So they're sweeping it for line just to get a little chip. There we go. And it's still got, oh, is it going to be biting in the back? That could be, ooh. And they're keeping it. So I don't know if it's counting. It's in the back there. So definitely got the yellow out. All right. And I know a lot of folks are partial to the Charlotte curlers on our chat, so they are on sheet A and C. Quack you very much. Quack Olympics, Quack Weight is on sheet T. And then as we have on sheet A, or first sheet, it is definitely Ursula delivering that rock. She's a villain. Oh, absolutely. All right. So just so you can go play this is at about 18:30 in the chat. I would like to give a big shout out for Samantha for being, and Allie, for being amazing curling wives and doing laundry while their husbands get to curl in a final. All right. So she is amazing. Allie's amazing. Thank you for doing that laundry and folding it. And she's also cheering for her little brain. All right. So those guys are fantastic. And, oh, we got a good number of nutmeg folks on the chat. So we love that. All right. So looks like we got rid of most of these rocks. So although that one in the back, I don't know if it's biting or not. So we're down to Skip's first, so he's just trying to put this anywhere in the rings. Oh, it's a little heavy, so they're sweeping it hard and getting it out. So, finals ice, everybody's a little nervous. On B, sheet B, this is for a trip to 5U Nationals. So, definitely everybody wants to punch their ticket and win the Fighting Hornet. So we're excited about that. So those first shots, always a little tough to get in the groove. All right, so they're sweeping a lot. They're just trying to chip this out or sit on it. So they're sweeping it really hard, really just giving it all they got. Oh, very nice. Very cutesy, very demure. Thank you, Drew, for that history lesson about Team Orange Pants. So I don't even know how to say Stroopwafel. Stroopwafel, is that German? Maybe. And then they changed the lineup. They were going to bet it. There we go. Oh, look, everybody's meeting each other in the chat. Welcome to Charlotte Curling, everyone. This has been a great weekend of curling, 5U curling. So we can't tell if that yellow rock is biting on the back on the Team Orange Pants. So all the Broomstone folks, welcome. I know you guys have amazing streaming. Been to y'all's club. Enjoy those folks that do the streaming up there. I had a great run. Best 5U memory is at Broomstone, so we were able to do well in the Kaiser there. So really fantastic facility, and if you ever get a chance to go to a Broomstones, they're like Big Bonspiel is right before ours or right after ours. It's the Boo, B-O-O, and it's right near our Grits and Granite, so a lot of teams either choose to go to the Boo or that. So would love to get up there. We usually do our Grits and Granite the second weekend of October. I think they do it, I forget if it's the first or the third weekend there. All right, so it looks like there was a little quick blank end. It makes sense. They had one in the back. They just wanted to blank that. And so team right is delivering that first rock. So it looks like all around pretty like ones and twos all around in the first end. Let me know in the chat if I'm a little too loud or you can't hear the ice. I can adjust that. I'm just at the computer, so I can just be like, I'm gonna kick up the ice sounds just a bit, so you guys can hear some of the sweep calls. So if I'm a little loud, just let me know. I will get excited near the end of the match, especially if it's close or if it's a big shot. We had some amazing action this morning. All right, it looks like Justin Canfield delivered on sheet C. That's our last game that is trying to be in the first end. So Tessa is sweeping this to hold it, not wick. Definitely don't want to wick. Gets it there, and looks like one or two. They're talking about it. All right, so they kicked those rocks, and I think Justin was able to get two out of that, but we'll see. Our morning chat was filled with a bunch of degenerate gamblers. Now we have amazingly nice people from Broomstones and Nutmeg in the chat, so much prefer that. All right, so we're hitting more. Looks like there is a high center guard on sheet B. And let me make sure who's got yellow rocks. I think Orange Pants are throwing red rocks, so I'll make sure I say that correctly. And Yellow Rocks is team right. So if I mix that up, just let me know. So there's no. We've been sweeping a lot. Some of these teams have played 5 games this weekend. Most of these teams have played 5 or 6 games this weekend. So definitely some arms are probably feeling it after sweeping this hard. So lots of curling rocks. Yeah, team's Orange Pants is also Team McGurk, which is fun to say. So they're worried about this being a little narrow. So they're really trying to get on this. So yeah, just getting a piece and getting that out of there. So both of these skips are pretty happy to keep blanket ends. Looks like a couple of the teams, especially from Charlotte Curling, have kind of mixed up their lineups a bit. So I'm just going to call out the curlers as we go from. Yeah, I missed those too, Emily. I wear a pair of Orioles pants when I play mixed doubles with Ann, and my mom appreciates it because she's able to find them on a wide shot pretty easily. And it's all about mom. It has nothing to do with me. As long as my mom can watch me play, I'm good. All right, so I'll introduce Team Wright from Broomstones. The skip is Dylan Wright. Third, Jonathan Brashford, Jared Smith, Allison O'Connor. She's easy to spot because she's in the green sweatshirt. And they are playing Team Orange Pants, which is Daniel McGurk, Tyler Holloway, Jonathan Hickey, and Steph Trudeau. If I mispronounced any of those, I'm sorry about that. Just let me know. And then sheet A, which have a lot of folks that are there worried about that. There you go. We got that. Charmed and Dangerous. Oh, man. Trying to find the teams. Megan writes a skip, but I think she may be vicing. Nicole Papatero is skipping Maddie Krustap. Although, is it really Maddie? Maddie's last name is, I don't know if she changed it or not. But we had an amazing wedding here. Yes, we had a wedding at the Curling Club, people. It was Maddie and Adam. It was a beautiful event. We actually had it over the summer. It wasn't on the ice. It was on the so for sure. And then Kelsey Penrose is throwing the rocks for them. So it looks like most people have ditched the uniforms, except for the Mighty Ducks. Is Joe. That was a 5-person team. They pretty commonly play Bonspiel with 5 people, and they play Monday night with 5 folks, so they mix it up pretty well. And on sheet B, if you're watching every shot, lots of hits. There is a little bit of, there are very few guards we're throwing in, and we're just hitting, playing very defensive. We're on, oh, there we go. Little cheer from Cruella DeVille, who shed her amazing dress after she had to sweep a couple of rocks. So Harley Quinn there. So you can definitely hear on the ice. I will say, if we want to talk about pants in the chat, I prefer loudmouth pants. They're a golf pant. I like them better than Royal and Awesome, although I had a pair of Royal and Awesome pants that were green tartan. I will give them a 10 out of 10. I was able to curl with them for 3 seasons, but their ratio of cotton to lycra was a little bit weird, so yeah, they're pretty hard. So if you had some orange pants that were from Royal and Awesome, those orange tartan pants that are solid, but I can imagine they're tough because they shrink and they get a little tight, and then it's tough to curl in them. So I did tear my green pants mid-game. Luckily, it wasn't too embarrassing. All right, so we're still got that red under a corner guard, so we're starting to see, we might have some offense here. Might get a little bit. So Dylan is lining this up. Solid shoe game from Dylan. 1 blue Nike, 1 pink Nike. Sliding back in to his rock, the front end, got his rock ready. And it looks like they're going to throw a little hack weight at it. So. Really athletic move there by Bedknobs and Broomstacks, front end there. They jumped over a rock. All right, so they're trying to fight this curl. They do not want it to hit this guard. It's coming hard. They are sweeping. They got it by. I get it, and they got a nice little weight there, and they're just going to sweep that out. Really nice shot under a cover. Oh, thanks, Samantha. I usually just do it for finals. I do curl quite a bit, so I'm assuming most people in the chat are familiar with all the curling terms. If I say something that's a little bit too technical and you don't know what it is, just put it in the chat and I'll explain it more. But if you're watching Charlotte Curling streaming, you're probably a curler or have a curler that's your favorite. Brain Camus. All right. All right, so he's going to go chase this. He's going to chase this under there. Really nice sweep. Really nice. All right, so they're on it again. Really worried about this guard. Really worried about this guard. I mean, all right. Oh, really? I mean, those are amazing shots right around that corner guard. It did go out of play, but it got rid of that. There was lots of high fives around. So it looks like this Yellow Rock, he might just put it in the middle. He might just put it in the top 12. He might just, there was a little bit of between shots here because do you want them to take one or do you want them to go ahead and blank it? If you fully bury it under the guard, I mean, he might be tempted to go ahead and take his one. Oh, I sound smart, thanks. I am zero chance I'm a professional curler. I've thrown some rocks before. All right. So it looks like they're just going to put it out in the open just so they can blank this end again. Our scoreboards, it's not like super obvious where you should hang the blanks. There's usually one blank spot under the hammer spot, and then we usually hang it under the 16. So this draw looks a little heavy. They're going to sweep it pretty hard. That's okay. It's pretty low pressure at this point. Just trying to learn the ice. We're still in the second end. This is what a final should be. Lots of defensive curling, lots of throwing in, and lots of hits. So if you're new to curling, a lot of rocks in play is super aggressive, lots of offense, and then a few rocks in play is going to be really defensive. So a lot of times skips would prefer to call defensive to start, keep the game close, and then get it more aggressive as they get into the further ends. It looks like they're throwing through. Yep, they're throwing through. Yep, it was just, it was a little heavier. Yeah, they're catching that rock before it goes through, but they're trying to throw a line they probably haven't seen before, which is down the middle. So they're going to throw it a little higher weight, just see if they need to run something back later on. So, all right, we're two ends in. We're on the third end. The other advantage of playing very defensive is you play quick. Those rocks only take 8, 9, 10 seconds, maybe 11 to get through. But if you play a lot of rocks in and a lot of draws, then it's going to take 25, sometimes even 28 seconds to throw those rocks. So it's double the time. So if you're ever playing a timed match, you're going to see a lot of high-level curlers. They're going to throw a lot of rocks through. They're going to throw a lot of hits because they can bank that time for when it matters. This is an untimed, so we're here all afternoon. We are drinking a beer. Oh, what a nice run back on sheet A. Sheet A, what a nice run back. Just got contact. That was probably a 2, 4, 6, 8, 10-foot double run back. That was, and then got one of theirs off the button. So even though the Nutmeg Crew is up 1-0, the ladies are hammer, and it looks like they're going to try to back guard. They're going to try to back guard one of their shot rock. Man, that was a good run back. So it looks like Team Canfield they're sitting 3 on sheet C. I'm not going to jump around very much, but A lot of close games here. So I'll go back to B. We're setting up for N4. Oh, no, I'm sorry, N3. So it's N3, blank, blank, 0, 0. All right, it looks like a little heavy there from there. If they get a little wick, that's not bad, especially if it ends up shot. All right. And it was 2, so the warm room going crazy. Sorry, folks on the line, you need to, when good things happen for Nutmeg, you got to cheer loud because you will hear some cheering in the warm room because these ladies are from Charlotte Curling, and they have been playing in our as a 5U team in our competitive league. So we just played them the other night. Really fun curlers. They are learning the game. They're having a great time. And Nicole is expecting. Call her Rachel Holman, although the original Rachel Holman in our club was Julie Delabovi. She is the current president of Charlotte Curling, and she curled 8.5 months pregnant. So she's just like Rachel. Now Rachel's not left-handed, so Julie's better. So, all right, so as we set up this rock set first, looks like there's a 2 in the back of the house on sheet B. So it looks like they're going to chase that 1. So pretty big weight. They're pretty big weight. Everybody's kind of going with it. Yeah, you'll notice with the ice that Frank makes, we double pebble here. We put a base pebble on and then a game pebble on. So it does hold up really well. Okay, good. I'm glad you are. Yeah, so the warm room, decidedly a little partisan for the Charlotte Curlers. So I was just talking about the pebble. So we put double pebble on, so it does last for an 8N game pretty well. We've been hearing that our new dehumidifier, sheet A, the pebble breaks down just a little bit. But other than that, we are seeing fantastic curling, all 4 sheets, all 8 ends. So we double pebble, and that means that sometimes when we throw those high weight, they stay really straight. So it's hard for the skips to kind of adjust if they've come from other places. That the hits stay really straight and the draws kind of curl pretty significantly. All right, so mud, like definitely after that straight, like more straight hit, we're going to play a few more rocks in play, so it kind of changed that end quite a bit. Still lining up a double. So, all right, looks like they got the top one. It just, so they're going to put this back. I think the skip, Dylan, is going to be calling for a top 12 here. He's going to put some space in between this, make this double hard. So it seems like they have a little advantage on this end. So they're going to be trying to force the other team to one flip hammer. The sweepers are walking with it. Usually they're just kind of tapping their brooms on the ice, hoping it checks up just a bit. Once you get about 3 or 4 rocks on that same line. All right, so it did go a little bit behind. So I think we're still going to be hitting. He's lining up. Mr. McGurk is lining up this double. So, I was talking to the teams before they went down for the A finals, I asked both skips about the other team, and they were like, yeah, I think the biggest thing we can say is we flew 2.5 hours to play each other like we do on a random curling night. So it looks like, and oh, that was very close to the double. It's sticking. So they're going to be, I'm pretty sure they're chasing after this double because that yellow one in the back is out counting the red. So, so we're talking about weight. So it doesn't look like he's going crazy weight because this line is a little tricky. But they're now on it. They're out actually sweeping really hard. They're trying to get this to carry. This is a tricky line. As soon as it crosses the 4 foot, it's off. So they're just going to try to curl this. Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, this line, it on B. If they hadn't played B before, so it looks like the broom's down to try to catch that one in the back. They can see it edge to edge. So it seems a little risky because we haven't thrown any rocks down this line. Oh, but we're still curling. Well, we did throw the one, the second seconds. Remember, it was a little straighter here. So, so that, in 2 shots, that flipped the whole end. So now, Team Orange Pants in the hack, looking for a double here. Shameless plugs in the chat with 34 curlers. Totally fine. Shameless plug your Bonspiels. I did want to mention we have 2 events coming up at Charlotte Curling. One is our Southern States Mixed Doubles. It's a World Curling Tour mixed doubles event. It is a cash spiel and it is between Christmas and New Year's. So we have people coming from all over North America to get those World Curling Tour points. It's a 24-team spiel, 3 days. Actually, sorry about that, 4 days with the practice. So lots of pool play, and then we've had amazing curlers here doing that spiel. It's usually our most competitive spiel. We have high-level curlers come from Canada and the U.S. We've also had some curlers from, this year we'll have curlers that are curling out of India that are stationed in Canada. We'll have a Nigerian curling team that is actually from Charlotte Curling. So we have an international flavor to that. That is end of December. And then our next event will be the GNCC Men's Championship, February 20th through the 23rd. So, oh my goodness, Mrs. Brain makes the cookies? That's the best. All right, so we still have 3 red rocks in the house. It's getting down to it. Now the skip, he's just trying to make one of these, he's got one in the back 4, so this is a high pressure shot early in the game. Definitely feels like a big moment in this game, so I want to focus on the curling and not the cookies. So Dylan's got to make this. He wants a perfect freeze here. So they're worried about the weight. They think it's a little hot. Curl, they're worried about curl and weight. So they wanted to curl a lot. They needed to curl a lot after the hog line. They are really sweeping it. Well judged. Good sweep. And is that perfectly frozen? Is that perfectly frozen? Or is it in the top 4? Let me look. Oh no, it's got a little space. All right, a little space. Gosh, that was a really nice shot. Dylan had a lot of pressure on him there, so Mr. McGurk's going to just try to, not saying what he's worried about, but that one in the back four is not a big fan of that one, so he doesn't mind if he doubles these off and then rolls his to the outside because there's not many places to hide. So they're staring at 3 or 4. But in this very defensive game, even 2 would seem like a big number. So it looks like Team Canfield is up early, second end, 5-0 against the Mighty Quacks, Mighty Ducks. So they're on this hard. They're on this hard, trying to get this thing to stay on the outside and just chip. Oh, they were happy with it. Then they were curl at the end. All right, he got the double, and they're going to sweep this and see if it's a biter. Okay. So now he's got to think a little bit where he doesn't want to leave a double. Doesn't want to leave a double. So in curling, if you leave them with lots of space perfectly even, really hard to do. Really hard to get both of them out. So this would force them to 1. So in the back four here would be really nice, although those are kind of close together. I would, oh yeah, he's going to point all the way to the back red. That's a pretty smart shot to get it all the way back, make that double really tough. Oh, I'm going to call someone Mr. McGurk. I got to find his first name. All right, so it's hanging on this line a little bit. So. Is there any jam? Is there a jam? So it's very well weight judged. Oh no. Oh, little biter in the back. Okay, so now this is an easy hit. They're going to take a few minutes to make sure he's got the line. A little heavy on that draw. All right, I'll call him Daniel from the rest of there. Oh, I'm happy to announce that. All right, so so all of our teams played. So these are the D final, which was the folks that lost in the semifinal, are on sheet C. So that is I guess you would say third place game, and then the B event winner is, so that's the B event winner. And the C event is sheet D, which is Colin Shook and Bed Knobs and Broom Stacks. So that is sheet D. And then sheet A is the Charmed and Dangerous, and that's Broom Service. That is the D event. If you're familiar with curling, you know that the D event is usually the third place game, but we're doing it because of this modified double knockout that we're doing. So one loss doesn't put you out of the A event. We just have A, B, C, and event. So A is the first place game. Oh no, what happened? We had something happen to the ice. Had something happen to the ice. So we have Ryan out there checking the ice. Do we have a leak? Do we have a drip? It is quite warm here in Charlotte. It's the warmest it's been in a couple weeks. We do have a dehumidifier that is amazing. Are we okay? I didn't see what happened. So they're relining this up. I'll get with Ryan Smith. He's our official for and I'll get what happened there for the commentary, but he had to go out there with a little scraper. It might have been a drip from the ceiling. And we get really warm days here in Charlotte, super humidity. Occasionally we'll get a drip from the ceiling. It's rare, but it happens. All right, so here we go. Here's the livery. This is for a big 4 in the third end. It looks like pushing. They're sweeping. So they're going to be, it's going to be tough. And it gets that rock out. And it looks like 3. 1, 2, 3. So score 3 in the third end after a little bit of back and forth. Big shout out to Sarah Bush, our Bonspiel chair, 5U Bonspiel chair. So first Bonspiel she has chaired, and her and Amber met all summer. And got this all worked out. Yeah, it was, so we think there was a drip from the ceiling, so it actually hit the ice. So they were, we were throwing a rock over it to kind of knock it down. Worried about a pick rock for sure. We don't want that to happen in an A final. So everybody was there. I was worried someone had fell because there were so many people there, but so that was a big score, 3 for Team Orange Pants. So that's a good start. So we're on the 4th end. So now you can tell Dylan's gonna have to battle back. And that very defensive game, a score 3 seems like a big number. It looks like we've got 5-1 on sheet D. That is Bedknobs and Broomstones a little ahead of Team Shook. 5-2 in the 4th end. Team Canfield is leading the Quack. Oh, Tessa, are you okay? Okay. It's just her kneecap? That's not good. Tessa, I was calling your shot, and then she looks like she landed on her hand, and she said it was just her kneecap. So as well as the rocks are running and as slick as the ice looks, it might be a little bit, just a long weekend trying to get their legs. So there is Daniel sweeping out that yellow rock, and it looks like it's all the way back. So on sheet A, our friends from Nutmeg playing the villainous women from Charlotte, and it is a tight game. It's back and forth. It is 3-2 in the 3rd end, although they just finished the 4th end. No, that was it, 3-2, 3-2. So those villainous women are a little ahead. Oh, they must have stolen. Oh no, that was just Hammer. All right, it's much easier just to announce one game and then worry about the others. Yeah, so they were all sweeping near the hog line, a couple of drips on the ice, and I think they got that taken care of. I didn't see a rock pick or anything like that, so. So there's a little bit of talking back and forth from them about weight. So a split there is really nice. So when you hit the rocks and you kind of move them apart, there's a little split. So looks like Dylan's gonna, we were coming back this way on the blanked end on the second end, and you notice that this curls quite a bit. So he's gonna use that corner guard that they threw and then just hit and roll over against that corner guard, trying to get a couple of points this end and get back into the game. So it looks like they're trying to curl it. Trying to get at least a piss. All right, so now they're straightening it. So they're really well managed rock there, and they're gonna have it, and it's gonna stick around. Yeah, it's gonna be that. So he might be a little biter. So he's talking to his front end, or talking to the front end, and they're kind of deciding whether they want to peel the guard, go after the second shot rock, or draw. It's just really up to the player. So it looks like they're curling this rock. We've noticed on all the sheets that it's stayed pretty wide here, so just getting it out. Good catch there.
Great job, guys.
So they're gonna put it back under that corner guard. They got their one corner guard, so they're gonna make this good, try to make this draw good. Notice it coming this way. It's been running pretty quick. So they're going to try to curl this. All right. I don't think he would be upset with the guard here, but he definitely wants it to be biting her in. So a little light there. That's going to happen after as fast as it's been running. So definitely wants to peel that. So they're gonna, that guard's a really good guard. So they're gonna peel that out of the way. All right, this gives me a chance to talk about some of our sponsors. So they're gonna peel this guard. We have amazing sponsors here at Charlotte Curling. We don't put a ton of sponsors in the ice. They're usually members or all right, so they're sweeping this for line. They don't want this to stick. So there you go. Oh, he did make contact with that red. That was a little, but that did the job. It got that out of there. So we're going to talk about Quality Renovation Services. Has been a specialist in both residential and commercial construction and renovation since 2002. With a team of highly skilled professionals, QRS specializes in renovation and reconstruction of offices, commercial spaces of all shapes and sizes. QRS is also a certified Passive House Institute builder, specializing in homes and commercial buildings that are more efficient and better for the planet. And QRS will consult on spaces for your business so you know the quality of construction and what hidden issues exist. QRS will perform the required construction, taking your property from the existing condition to a finished product. And as they sweep this into the T-line behind this guard, they're just looking for it to curl, just trying to be fully buried. So contact QRS to get a quote today at qrsnc.com or give QRS a call at 980-721-9987. Quality Renovation Services, your premier commercial renovation contractor. And that is Steve McKee. He's our past president. He is a founder of the club. He and his wife Carol both own businesses, and they are very big supporters of Charlotte Curling. We thank them for their years of support. So we're trying to chase this yellow, and they did. Looks like they. Oh, it was very close. The warm room had a little and so it looks like they, after that miss, they're going to get a chance to hit and then keep those away from each other, and then try and get their 2 back after giving up a 3 in the third end. So it looks like, yep, they're curling it, trying to get that to curl. There we go. Little exactly nose hit. It's really nice. So it looks like Daniel is trying to line up a double. You know, he'd love to get the roll all the way over to that corner one to make this really tough. It is fairly flat, but if he hits this on the low side, we say like probably a thin half, and it's going to have to be a little bit of weight. Our rocks, this is their 10th season, our 10th season in dedicated ice and overall 14th season. So these rocks have 11 or 12 seasons on them, so they're not super springy, and they have a fairly wide hip band, so they definitely move. So they're definitely curling this, and they're trying to get to move, and it just was a good nose hit. Yeah, it's hard to believe that you got to hit it so thin. So looks like first skips rock. I'm going to highlight sheet D right now because what I'm staring at is 10 rocks in the house, and it's crazy town. It looks like, oh my goodness. All right, I'm going to try to set the scene. I mean, y'all can see. Just put your eyes over on sheet D. So there is going to be a yellow guard run back to try to do something. All right, so she's got the broom down. Dead noms and broom stacks. Is this first? Yeah, first skips rocks. All right, solid hit there. So Daniel's just going to be hitting this. It looks like he needs the roll this time. So this is going to be a crazy run back. So here we go. D is throwing this rock. Looks like a little tight. They're going to be sweeping this pretty hard. They're going to be sweeping this hard for line. Well, a little bit up. All right, they're going hard the whole way. And it just over curled just ever so slightly. So it looks like they did roll. It's a nice roll into the 12-foot on sheet B. So Dylan's just going to make this shot. He just wants to nose it for 2. A little inside of nose will be fine. So they're sweeping it hard. They do not want this to be low side. All right, very nice shot for 2. They're just kicking those rocks. Really nice, 3-2. Going into the 5th end on sheet B in the A final. Right, so it looks like Colin, I mean, this is 11 rocks in the house now. So looks like Colin has decided to try to guard. If he's a little heavy, that won't be that big a problem. I would sweep this. It's diving pretty hard. All right, so they might just want to wick here. And then this may end up being really good because, no, that's not bad. he wasn't really happy with that, but when it wicked off that and actually end up there, that's makes it really tough for the actual shot, which is to get that. Bedknobs and Broomstacks want to get that yellow, so he's going to do another run back. So he's going to run this yellow guard into the mix. It's pretty good. This is interesting. I think there are 82 rocks in the house. No. So I'm watching sheet D because this is, as I like to say, cuckoo-cuckoo. So many rocks in the house. Looks like a mixed doubles game. And that cheer you heard in the warm room was because we are playing Uno cards. If you haven't done it before, just have red and yellow Uno cards of different numbers. And so it looks like they were betting on sheet C. So they were really excited. Shane Strom, which is the fifth member of Team Quaxalot, he actually won by his team scoring 2. All right, so here's the run back. Team Brett Johnson, Bruce Sachs. This is, they're not sweeping it. It's kind of pushing out. Oh, they're pushing it. They want to push. Okay. So, all right. So Colin's got a little bit of work to do here. It looks like they're only sitting 1. So it looks like Colin's trying to just sit full in. I don't know where the sit set up there. This could be for 3. This could be for 4. It could be for 2. Because they're all really tight in there. So it looks like on, all right, I'm watching Colin's shot, and then we'll get back to the A final. So it's 3-2. It looks like yellow rocks, which is team right. They're trying to draw behind. So it looks like they got a little bit deep, but that's okay. All right, so they're pretty happy with it. Doesn't mind if he's a little heavy here, because he can just boot those in the back. Little boop, little boop. This is why we say boop. There we go. And a little boop for 4. I think that makes sure it's 4. All right, so a little bit of a celebration. 4. So I think that is tied. Tied going to the 5th end. Big score on D. Big score on D. I'm supposed to be an impartial announcer, but I know those guys, and they. Hey, Marin, how's it going? Do you want to say something to the chat? No. Oh. Marin Krause, everyone. So it is tied going into the 5th end. So a whole new ball game. Why did they even curl 4 ends? Just start at the 5th end. I say it a lot. All right. So we've had some exciting shots on sheet B, so I'm back on sheet B. So looks like, yeah, we have a corner guard and then one in the top 12, one in the back 12. So they're definitely going to try to guard these, shrink the rings, make it hard for them to to clear all those out. Oh, it didn't quite make it over the hog line. I know there are some clubs that make people throw $1 in if they hog a rock. I think that would apply there. I know Chicago does that. Does anybody know any other clubs that make them, that they give it to a piggy? It's like a hog. and they use it for a party at the end of the year. I think it's a great idea. You should have to throw it. If you hog a rock, just throw a little dollar in there. I mean, at Charlotte Curling, we would love that. Have a big party at the end of the year. All right, so there are handshakes all around. On sheet A, they may have agreed to only play 4 ends, which happens on some of our finals. So they agreed to play 4 ends. Did we find out who the winner was? Have no idea. Thank you, Warm Room. Does anybody know who won on sheet A? Your boy Matt. Nobody. No. All right, everybody's watching the other end, and the whole chat wants to know. You pay $1 if you hog? Absolutely. Nutmeg won. Congrats. Congrats to Nutmeg. And congrats to the ladies of Charlotte, the villainous ladies of Charlotte. Great game. They agreed before that they were just going to play a 4-end game, so very common. Thanks, Ryan. Appreciate you. So, if we get down to Brain won. Well done. Right, way to go. And I'll be honest, they get if you are big into pins, curling pins, this is a good pin weekend because every one of these competitors gets a finals pin from us, but they also get a USWCA pin. We are sponsored by USWCA. The Fighting 5 and Hornet has been an open Bonspiel or a modified open every year it's been competed at. So we have lots of women skips, lots of women competing. So not every team is, mixed or whatever. But here at Charlotte Curling, we have a fair amount of female skips, even on competitive nights. So we're really proud of that. A lot of our competitive leagues are almost half women skips. So we are proud to partner with USWCA. I know that my wife has gone to a couple of their Bonspiels and been really, a couple of their national Bonspiels and been really happy with that. All right. Congratulations, Nutmeg. So I don't know if Nutmeg will stay on, but if you don't, we understand. You probably have to text and just remind your husbands how amazing you are. And that's okay. So congrats, Nutmeg. Glad to see you. What is Connecticut food known for? What are you, famous for? I'm just asking. You're in the nutmeg state, but, do you have things with nutmeg in them? I don't know. So if you want to tell me in the chat, go ahead. So we have really close games after that big 4-ender by Colin Shook's team and tied that back up. We have 3 really tight games. All right, it looks like they're on sheet B, the A final. Team Orange Pants trying to peel this guard or get the double. Oof, oof. Almost got that double. Oh, thank you, Mike. I always love a good history lesson mixed with a curling announcing. Nutmeg State is from a port of trade thing from the 18th century. Who knew? Not me. Were you listening earlier to all the degenerate? Oh, gosh. So much degenerate gambling in the chat. Yeah. Oh, well, who do you think it was? Kyle? Yeah. Oh! All right, so we had a fall. Team Canfield. We're just going to check on that. So everybody's kind of stopped. All right. right, he's skating away. All right, he seems to be okay. I know when we fall, if anybody falls, they're a little bit embarrassed, but they were sweeping hard, and it just, yeah, there was a lot of high fives. All right, so you can definitely hear, our microphone is on sheet 2, so if you hear the skips talking, it's most likely sheet B, sheet 2. And so they were asking how much of the yellow did they see. And it looks like a quarter. That may have not been enough.
Sorry, I would have looked at you, but I was watching this stuff.
All right, so here is Daniel McGurk throwing. And so we're pushing, trying to get around this yellow or red and just trying to tick this. It was a tough shot, really tough shot. I do like a good pizza, I'm not gonna lie, Mike. And North Carolina is not known for pizza. It's hard to find a good pizza in Charlotte. They'll always say, oh yeah, we got this place, and blah, 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 but it's just okay pizza. All right, so it looks like Dylan is gonna put, looks like he's just gonna try to put this top 4. It looks like he delivered the rock, so they like the time. They're judging this rock well, so they're going to curl this rock. They get a little bit of space, so they want to try to get the curl. Yeah. They don't want it to go too deep. All right. Dylan's just, looks like he's a little frustrated, because it's his rocks aren't curling quite as much. New Haven Pizza. I mean, aren't all the towns in Connecticut the same? Aren't, like, they're all within an hour of each other, right? Stores, New Haven. MLK weekend. Nice. Yeah, there is a little opportunity for a boop. All right, so looks like he's throwing weight at this. Daniel's throwing weight, so they're going to try to curl this. They do not want this to spill out. But it did. So is that... Yep. Looks like a steal of 1. So it is all tied up. All right, it is all tied up. There's some clapping in the warm room if you hear that on the mic. It is with that groups. Yeah, they're getting pictures of the Team Nutmeg, the A winners. I think they have a flight to catch, so they were trying to get off a little early. And so we're going to cheer for the Villainous Ladies of Charlotte. Yeah, they made a final. Congratulations, those ladies. Good job. All right. We have a lot of rocks in play on C. A lot of rocks in play. Looks like the better go. So nice center guard set on sheet B. All right, we're waving goodbye to the Nutmeg folks. All of your families are excited to see you. Have a great trip. It was super fun. Nice to know you. They'll know on the chat. So, see you next time. I think those guys only are 3s and 2s, so they may be back again next year, trying to punch their ticket to 5U Nationals. So, good luck to those guys. Super fun. So you can hear Dylan calling a curl call, just trying to get that curl, trying to get a little cheap, little.
You got it.
So, nice sweep. Team Orange Pants, they're getting used to these out in the 12-foot hits, so they're noticing you can just put it on the rock, throw it at a pretty decent rock, and get the result that you want. So.
You're good. You corrected.
All right, we have a few seconds here. So we're going to highlight one of our silver sponsors, McKee Travel. Did you know the average traveler spends 90 hours researching their vacation? Take back that time and let McKee Travel customize your next trip. Those folks from Nutmeg, if you want to hang out with some curlers, McKee Travel is actually specializes in curler vacations. So they're going to a cruise in Greece. This is the second cruise in Greece. There's some curlers going to stay. If you want to curl in Slovenia, that is not a joke. You can actually curl in Slovenia. All right. So if you want to do that, get with McKee Travel and just ask about that trip, and they'll give you all the details. Whether you're looking to reconnect with your favorite person, make memories with your dearest friends or family, or plan a large-scale retreat, reunion, or incentive trip, McKee Travel will take care of every detail. McKee Travel specialists are create personalized, authentic travel experiences for people who want to travel smarter. Oh, careful. Careful. So they were just trying to peel that guard, so they definitely moved that over. We have had a couple of falls this draw. I'm just worried about it. Let McKee Travel create the ideal travel itinerary that works best for you. To find out more, visit McKee Travel, MCKEE travel.com, or you can call 980-299-7564 to be planning your next great adventure. McKee Travel, travel smarter, not farther. So we're in the sixth end. 2 blanks. And they're trying to get a biter out of this. That is a lot of sweep. It is close. Doesn't look like it's in, but. And we are measuring. And the warm room is very intense about this measure because it could be 2 different winners on the Uno cards. That's all that matters. They're going to spin to win. All right, so there are lots of cheering. Beers on that guy. Yeah. So nice dig out there on the A final. It's down into the sixth end. We're tied 3-3. Really, really tight game. So it looks like we're just going to try to hit and roll here. It looks, oh, they're worried about it curling too much. It definitely moves out. And, yeah. All right, so it looks like they have a corner guard here. They're going to try to use it. Try to draw behind. Still fairly open ends. They're a little worried about the weight being a little high. So Daniel's having them push a bit. Word is hot. So it will check up a bit here. So it does bite in the back. Yeah. So we're definitely going to try to sit back on that. So they're worried about straightening and curling. They're just going to try to get it down to this one. Looks like it's got plenty of weight, so keeping it on the high side is really good there. Just leave it in that corner. So he's going to throw, Daniel's going to throw normal weight at this. That's what he said. So they're worried about. All right. So Knights to the center of the rock. Just knocks that out. So, yep. Just boop, boop. So seems like both skips are happy to keep just booping rocks out here. They had a few rocks with a couple in play. And but it looks like both groups are going to be happy with blank here. So they debated about where to put the broom on this. They went back and forth, a little tighter, a little wider. So they've run this line a number of times though, so it's just the preference. So definitely got that well managed. Swept early and then curled late. So So it looks like they're just setting up just to get rid of this. Making it stick or rolling behind the guard at this point in the day. All right, so worried about, oh, nice by the guard. Yep, just, yep, so they're just throwing the same line, just trying to hit this. This one, actually, yeah, if they can, he's going to call a little tighter, try to roll it under the guard, and make him draw for one, right? So a force to one is really good. But if he leaves it out in the open, then more than likely they're just going to blank this. Just keep the hammer, not take their one. All right, so this one they're a little worried about, so they're sweeping it pretty hard. Again, as it gets closer to that guard, it's even harder. They have to paper it even closer to get it to roll over. So this time I would expect him to hit it a little high side and a little high side, and then roll out, take the blank, move to the 7th end. Down to it. Team Orange Pants versus Team Right. Tied after 6 ends, or tied after 5. About to be tied after 6. Makes this. That was announcer Kurtz. You can 100% call me out for it. But if he gets this one, though, he'll still be happy. I caught myself. I was like, oh, damn. All right, so they are sweeping this for a line. All right, it's stuck for 1. All right, they're going to be happy with that. They keep hammer for the 8th, up 1. So, yeah, they're just saying hit. They're only a full end of everybody. So this is what happens if you want to play fast. This is partly what I've been talking about to our club, is that we're a pretty draw-heavy club, especially with newer curlers. As we play a lot of draws, and it's actually a whole end slower just from the speed of the rocks. Not talking about it, not anything. So playing a hit game means that you're going to play 8 ends, and then playing a draw games means you're probably only going to get 7 on a club game. So definitely, for sure, something that we need to talk about. I proposed adding 15 minutes to the draw, but then everybody just says it's going to be more draws, and then we still won't get 8 ends in. There are some clubs that only play 6 ends, so then you can go as long as you want. I mean, so it's much more relaxed pace. But however your club deals with that, more than likely if you're playing 8 ends, you're doing a lot of hits. And you can see on these 2 draws here, they're still playing the 6th end, and they're going to end up being about a whole end ahead just on the A final because they're playing very defensive. So thanks for hanging the score. So the score is 4-3. Looks like I have to play some little tougher shots now. There we're going to be calling some hit and rolls, some freezes, some corner frozen. So again, Weinkel to Charlotte curling. We appreciate everybody who's watching the finals of the Fighting Hornet 5 and under. My name is Neil Pfeiffer, just a member of the club, just hanging out here for all afternoon. We're at 2:06. We're into the 6th end. Some are into the 7th. So it looks like they made that nice hit and stick. So it looks like they're going to come inside out of this. Keep it high side. So they're going to have to sweep pretty hard. Looks like... All right, there... Maybe there's just a little miscommunication. Long... Yeah, just might be a little miscommunication there. She might have thought T-line. She might have thought T-line on that call. So it's been a long weekend. So one little miscommunication there, but that's okay. They're going to go chase it. They're going to go chase that rock out in the 12-foot. So it would be sitting 2 or 3. It's tough to tell that if that top one's... So it looks like they're going to clean this rock, get set up, get everybody in position to make this hit. I think he's going to come the same direction. So he did put a little more broom, so it may have been just a broom issue. May have been. So he is giving a little more weight, little more weight, and a little more line. So now they're curling it. So, all right. So it didn't get it out. So yeah, now they're. If that one on the top is biting, this is a big deal. That was a little bit. So you get more broom, more weight, and then it stayed a bit straighter, and it didn't get quite enough of that. So. They're gonna try to just throw T-line weight. It's gonna be tough for these teams, I can imagine, after a long weekend. So, because they've been throwing hit after hit after hit, and then asked to draw perfect, it's pretty tough. So, all right. So definitely don't like this rock on the top. So there was a little bit of a kind of give back. The curling gods giveth, the curling gods take it away. So trying to keep this high side, probably roll over as much as you want. So they're holding it. All right, good enough. So I did get rid of that rock. Just getting a little bit of the. You can tell people are getting a little tired here at the 7th end of a long weekend of curling. Welcome everyone. Charlotte Curling, they were just trying to get draw weight here on sheet B. So it looks like it's going to do what it needs to, which is just touch paint somewhere. So it's going to be just fine. So now you have two that are pretty spread out. So it looks like the Vice is team right are going to have to freeze on the back. Looks like they got the line in right. So they're worried about it hanging just a bit. It's a little bit heavy too. Needed to curl. Okay. If it is shot, they got to deal with it. Can't tell. It's close, but I think it is shot. So that the broom tells us everything. So definitely. So definitely want this to stick around. So it's curling quite a bit, but I think it is still going to stick around. So now they're going to have to make the freeze a little better. It's putting a lot of pressure on Team Right. Team Orange Pants. They're putting a lot of pressure on them. I mean, it's got to make the good freeze here to take all these out. So now they're trying to drag it. Just get every inch. Drag. Yeah, it's hard not to think with everybody drawing a little heavy that the ice is quickened up, but it was really just a little bit of a thing. So now it looks like Daniel's just deciding which handle to hit. Oh, sorry about that. I didn't mean to cough into the mic.
I mean, it's second shot. If I miss my draw, he has the right to.
All right. So it looks like we're getting close to the end. So it looks like handshakes all around. Congratulations to Bedknobs and Broomstacks. The C draw winners from Triangle curled really well tonight. Team Colin Shook, great showing. All of those guys are either second or third year curlers. And so they're going to be back again next year, so that'll be great. Good job. Hugs all around, handshakes all around. That's the best thing about 5U is you'll get to know people that are also new at curling, and then you'll get to know them and hang out with them for years and years and years. It's the best part of this sport. So, Bedknobs and Broomstacks, congratulations. Triangle, the C draw winners. All right, so our A and B draw are still in. So now I expect this to try to hit and roll. This could be a big end. So they're going to be trying to hold this to not nose, but actually put it behind the. So they're just going to try to hide this rock, and that is a fantastic shot to maybe save a big end. So we're going to see Daniel, if he just peels this out, it's 3. Which seems like a huge number with this super defensive game. If he actually finds a way to stick the shooter, then it's for 4. So he put the broom down really quick. He really liked this line. He's seen it a number of times. So here we go. This could be for 4. This would be a big jump in this game. So they're going to be sweeping this a lot. Now they're curling it. They're definitely curling it. Definitely curling it. Definitely curling it. Hits the red and jumps over the top, and they only get one. There's some taps of the broom. It was a big. Oh, yellow has hammer? Oh. Well, there's definitely taps of the broom. Taps of the broom because it wasn't even hammer shot. I thought that was hammer shot. I'm delirious. 4 hours on the microphone. So now he has a chance at 2. This would be gigantic. 5-point swing in 2 shots. Yeah, that's probably true. It's just me. No. I can't see it. Oh, keep giving me shit. I'll tell the world. All right, here we go. Just keep this on the rock and hit for 2. And then they'll go up 1 with hammer. Or without hammer. So Dylan's going to make this. He's got it out. All right. Oh, they're hammering it. Oh, my goodness, they're on it. On it for line. On it for line. On it for line. Okay, looks pretty good. Just worried about it over curling, but really nice sweep. Way to keep it. So looks like 2 yellow. 2 yellow. They are just giving a quick look or spin around the ring there. So it's coming down to it, folks. The A event final and the spot in 5U Nationals. The score's 5-4 going into the 8th end. So he's just making sure that he did score 2 to figure out what his strategy is going to be. Team Dylan Wright and they Team Orange Pants is having a little bit of a powwow over to the side, just trying to get their regroup after a couple tough shots. Makes sense. That is the one thing we don't have in club curling and even in 5U curling is those 1 minute breaks between the end to really kind of decompress after a couple of tough shots. So that's a good practice. Those of you that are new to curling, if you have a rough end or you miss a shot or miss a sweep, taking about take an 8th end, take a little break, take a 1 minute break. So they're really not wanting this to probably go in. So he wants Kirk's right on the rock. Yep. So those folks from Broomstones, we have a tight match, 8th end. 2 Broomstones teams fighting for a spot in 5U Nationals. Both of these teams have had a fantastic weekend. Played really well. So they got that, and they're just seeing if that sticks around. Nope. All right, so he gets a chance to set that guard again. More than likely. So it looks like they're happy with this weight. It's just about putting it on the center line. They were happy with it. They thought it was going to be a guard. It's sliding really well. It's really nice ice for the 8th end. Thanks to Frank and the crew. They did a great job this weekend. Boop, boop. I haven't seen much happening in the chat after Nutmeg's result happened in the 4th end. It went a little dead, a little boop. We do have a couple dozen people on. So we're watching the very 8th end, so looks like trying to corner guard? I didn't hear the call, so, or I didn't see it, so. Oh no, draw behind. All right, that makes sense. So they're just gonna draw this out. There you go. Put it on the tee line.
All right, we're taking an intermission. This is the Broomstones tradition. I don't know if you're aware of it.
Stay here, Steve.
So it looks like we had to have a little bit of a break, 30-second break right here, just for some nature calling. Lots of claps in the lower room for the shot on C, little double takeout. By Dan Beekler. That double is brought to you by Dan Beekler. Boop. Nice. Glad you're still here. Looks like this is going to be a little hit and roll over. Definitely would put some pressure on them if they made the hit and roll over. So a little worried about how wide it is. So we're all about the curl. Really nice sweep. Nice sweep. Just to get that out. So keeping it pretty clean. Probably she's gonna looks like Daniel is gonna be just peel the guard. Seems like everybody's happy with the one here. Can't have a blank. A lot of weight there. That was easy. Peel that guard. Looks like Dylan's happy to reset the guard. So we'll do this for a few rocks. Peel the guard, reset the guard, peel guard, reset the guard. Now it looks like a similar situation, although that's a nice hit and roll. Definitely feels like these Broomstones teams have definitely know each other, know each other's handles, know each other's weights, played each other quite a bit, so they're playing to their strengths. Lots of hits, lots of defensive, pretty well played game overall. You have blank 1 and 2 and 1s and 2s the whole game. Did feel, I take that back, the 3rd and 3 felt like a big swing, and it was. But that the team, Dylan Wright, clawed their way back, is now leading 5-4. So, they did not call the peel of the guard, which was a little bit of shock after that had gone there. So draw was a little heavy. So this provides an opportunity right here. This is coming right down to it. Hey, Suzanne, are you at Harris Teeter? Are you at the Teeter watching a little curling? Boop. Yep. All right, so this is a big draw. A guard here is not going to be a bad thing, but they definitely want this draw to be good, all right? So it looks like it's just gonna tick. Oh, no, really nice. In the top 12, biting the 8-foot, really nice draw. Skip raises his, so they're gonna peel this, try to make the peel double. He raised his broom. Felt like that was a big shot. Just let everybody know at the teeter. We're thinking of you. She goes, of course I'm at the teeter. All right, so it's hard to tell from this broom whether they're going to be peeling this guard. So it's hard to tell if they're peeling the guard or going after the shot rock. But they got, ooh, and they got the double. Really nice. Brooms raised the warm room, ood and odd. Nice. I mean, you still have the guard there. Still have the guard there, but getting rid of that one, that was a nice story. Hey, Nicole. How are you doing? Good to see you. In the chat. Little boop. All right, so they're worried. Rheingold. Not. No. Nicole is at the bar. Yeah. Not our Nicole. All right, we're down to it. This is an offset guard. Little wave. So now we've got an offset guard. So it's now going to be a sprint to the button. So this is Dylan Wright, Daniel McGurk, Team Orange Pants versus Team Wright. Both had a fabulous game. It's going to come down to these skips rocks. So if you have not, thank you for that boot, Nicole. And we're going to, so these Vice rocks are there. All right, so they're sweeping it hard. They're trying to get it by. Daniel's sweeping hard. Yep. Trying to get a little biter. I think he wants, it's either going to be peel that. It does feel like, you know, giving him one. Could be a draw. Could be double draw. Super Christie, because missed the draw, then. Yep. Yeah. So is it going to be draw hit or hit draw? So it's hard to tell from the broom. It looks like he's going for the draw. Oh yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you, folks on the ice, for telling us it was a draw. Yep. So it's going to be the draw. Top four. Even back four's not the worst here. Behind the button, not great. So Dylan's rocks have not been curling as much as. So they're worried about the weight. So they're curling it. So it is curling a bunch. All right. Ooh, all right. It is close. They're going to probably look down at it, if the red or the yellow rock. I don't know if anybody can tell on the television. Is it the red rock or the yellow rock that's shot? But either way, they're going to get rid of that yellow rock. So is it gonna flob on? So. All right, if you've come with us here for a couple hours, right here at the end, last shots. They're definitely going to be throwing some weight at it. So they're trying to curl it. Oh. did flash a bit. All right, a couple of broom taps. All right. Thank you, chat. Red was a little closer, and that yellow just gave it a little whiff, a little kiss. It's really tough. We've seen it on that line, on all the even ends, that if you throw big weight, it's gonna stay really straight on that line. He did have his broom right on the rock, but it's hard to say the middle of the rock, right? And that it's not going to curl a lick, and so it didn't. So so they're worried about Dylan's like no off. So they're gonna try to guard this. All right, so they're going pushing it, really trying to get it close. All right. So it is guarding. So there is a draw. So it's just, do you want to take the draw or do you want to try to take the run back for two? So it looks like he's lining up a double or a run back. Draw for one is tough. This is down to it. Last shot, 8th end. So he did full eight. Full eight is a tie game, and in the finals we're going to an extra end. So hopefully they'll take the rocks down to the other side and curl them back down towards the house. That's what he was really looking at, the hit for the wind. It would have been a run back on the red, although the guards are offset. So you can kind of see that. So this is a draw. So they are watching this. It's got to be full eight. Full eight. So it's close. All right, it held on. It is one. So we are tied going into the 9th end, an extra end of curling. So it is, it was close. The sweepers had it well judged, was carefooring it as it went down. It did catch a little bit of frost. Wow. So draw for one there. So it is the tide going into the 9th end. They do still. Now it is Team Dylan Wright with hammer. They haven't had. So I assume we're going to be calling a pretty center guard. We're going to be playing some guards here. Trying to. So we are playing the tick rule here. I wish I could give y'all a closer view of just sheet B, but our setup is so it will be sideways, so it doesn't look great. So you can just focus on sheet B. We can see that. Although we have an exciting game, Team Canfield, the Quack Attack, Super Quacks, Sweep for Quack, Quacker McQuackerson. So they will. So it's definitely trying to get their two to go tied in the 8th game. So these top 4 teams tonight. This has been such a good competition. I love this 5U. We have been running this since 2017. So not just this year. All right. All right, so we definitely have a center guard. So we're going to try to hit and roll over. So they're just putting one guard out. welcome all the Broomstones people. I know you have up there. They're sweeping on this on right away. So they're just going to try to run this back. And it was very close. Almost ran their own guard back into that. A lot of weight on that shot. All right. So, all right, so it looks like they're going to be trying to draw top 8, top 12 here. She said, just give me the same line. I'll just do better. Makes sense. So they're definitely curling it. Seems like it's rolling really well. All right.
You're perfect in every single way.
Thanks for that. All right, so 2 in the top 4 here. Looks really well set up. Daniel is kind of between shots. The front end has some thoughts. So it looks like he's not removing the guards for sure. He needs those guards later. So it looks like they're going to just throw one. And this may turn into mixed doubles, folks, because we got a lot of draws coming. So they're worried about the line. Hard line. A little heavy. So they're trying to hit this back one. Up. And a little tick, 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 but it's still in. All right, so they push that back to the back 8. The hammer team is going to be yellow rocks, and that is team right. Team right has yellow. Yeah, you lost hammer because we scored 1. They drew for 1, amazing draw, hung on to send it to the extra end, but you do lose hammer on that. So last rocks is yellow rocks. So they're just trying to score 1 here. So it looks like they're going to be knocking out this red. Looks like normal weight, so hopped up and sweeped his own rock. I think there was more nature calling. So they're just trying to push this through. It may stick in the back, we'll see. No, just barely hit. Can't tell if red or yellow is shot. Looks like red, definitely. So that was a big swing right there because it's behind a double guard. It is behind the tee line, so I think he's gonna be calling something a little guardy, maybe top 4, top 12. All right, so hard line. They're just trying to get them by this guard. So over curl here doesn't really hurt them. All right, little tap. It's really tough to tell if that's. I'd be really shocked if Dylan draws again. Maybe rip a guard here. It's pretty tough. Oh, he can see the whole thing, so they're going to try to tap this yellow shot. So here we go. So he definitely sees it, so they're on it. So really hard sweep. Trying to get it by. Oh, it did wick that guard. Not a bad result from the back end skips up here. Yeah, so they were trying to run the yellow red back in the red, but that ripping that guard is not a terrible result. Not a lot. They got to replace it now. And it's hard to guard the red double and the yellow rays. So I think he's going to definitely guard the red double. Because red double, that makes it really tough. So their sweepers just said it was a little heavy. So he's actually saying keep it high side. So it may be just sweeping this around. They're wanting to curl it all day. Just got a little excited. I mean, these shots are all pressure-packed, folks. Every seconds, third. And so they ended up doing a pretty good job of darting against the double and the red at the yellow rays. It's actually a really good spot. The line was perfect, and then that 8-foot makes, like I say, to my teams a lot, there's 2 ways to guard. You can put a guard up, or you can put 2 rocks on the butt. And those are hard to remove if they're locked right on. So they put 2 in. So it definitely is a hit here. So we're going to try to double these top 2 off. So off we go. Pretty big weight. So they wanted to curl just a bit. So they're definitely curling this the whole way. May just peel the top one off. Oh, we get to get it. Oh, and it got it shot. It looks like it. Looks like they got the top 2 and got shot. Top 2 and kept the guard there. What a fantastic shot. Nice shot. Yeah, wow. I mean, he got both of those going and got the guard. So now Daniel is lining this up. I mean, he would definitely like to get rid of both of them. Don't want to open this up too much. Yes. So might be put it on the yeah, nice shot on C. Ow. Nice sweep, Tessa. Nice shot, Justin. So now yellow's got to get 2. Could be the last shot. Yep, it's got to get 2. So this is what I call let's have fun. All right, you can just close your eyes, throw it as hard as you want, and hope good things happen. Let's have fun. All right. All right, so sheet C is down to the last shot in the 8th end, the 9th end. Oh, boo. Oh, sorry, we're not supposed to boo. But they did not take a shot. They did not see a shot for 2. So, really nice. So they are shaking all around. Congratulations, Team Canfield. All right, so there's lots of cheering about Uno cards in the war room. All right, back on there. This is a big draw coming in there. They need to be sitting 1 after this shot. So they're sweeping it hard. They think it's a little light. They got to get on it. It's really close. This is really close. It's going to add it over curl just a bit. It's not a bad leave. It's definitely some. So now there's lots of rocks in play. The booing was not for the winning the on sheet. So all of that was for sheet C, the B event final. It was the last shot, and so we didn't do that. So there was only booing because they didn't try the last shot. It would have been really tough. I don't think it was there. Probably Joe made the right decision. Just shook. Very, very sporting. Justin, congratulations, Justin, Tessa, and all them. All right. Final, it comes down to this, folks. We're down to first skips rocks. First skips rocks. We're throwing a guard. There's lots of rocks in play. These are close, so we could be. Daniel is sizing up some rocks. The whole front end is down there. They're
Mother duckers. Should I get my broom? Yeah, get your broom. I got one. You can use it.
And so the orange pants playing team right down to the last bit.
Well, we'll be tighter this time. Right? Do you want us? Just ride the front. Good throwing you guys. Be tighter here. Tighter flying.
This is tough shots. So Daniel is for sure lining up. Could be a little tap. We could play a tap here. That would be a really tough shot, but you could play the yellow double. That's another tough shot. You lose your red in the back probably, unless you hit it perfect. And there's if you lose the red in the back, you also lose the yellow. So then our second shot could be a draw.
There we go.
What?
None of them are going to end up on social media. This is for us.
Quacks fly together. All right, so go ahead and see all the folks from Broomstones. Are you rooting for Red Rocks, which is Team Orange Pants? Or are you rooting for Team Dylan Wright? I know we have I think all of our 42 viewers right now are from Broomstones Curling Club. We're glad you're here. They had a fantastic week. It's come down to the last 4 rocks. So we got a little bit of curling left to do. All right, so it looks like there's going to be the yellow double. So big weight, yellow double. So they're worried about curling it.
Oh, damn. You get my ring. Damn.
So they definitely got 2 of the yellows moving. And it exposed that back yellow. So now there's a couple of room taps. There's been a couple of those. There's been some tight results. Couple of tough shots. Orange Pants. All of us are Orange Pants. Nobody's rooting for Dylan. I won't tell him. Seems like a nice guy. Yeah. All right, so my wife said Dylan's fine. Team's orange. Only Orange Pants. Gosh. All right. Team Dylan Wright in the hack. Must be the message redacted. Yeah. I mean, we wouldn't know. Who would have known the whole crowd is for Orange Pants? All right, so Dylan's throwing this. He's wanting it to be top 12. He's worried about it curling, so they got him on the sweep really early. It's not personal. Oh, it's always personal on curling. All right, so they're worried about it over curling a bit. This is a really nice shot. Wow, really nice. Full 4, Dylan. All right, I'm gonna do a quick zoom in. It's not down sheet 2. All right, so you can see, I'm going to just quickly slide it over, and you can see where the yellow and red rocks is. I'll give you the whole view when it gets time for the shot, but definitely this is second orange-yellow. Is there a space? Is there a space to draw in there? I don't know. Yeah, it's the last rock. Yeah, if they're sitting one after this, and this was top button. It's a really nice draw, Dylan. That's what they're talking about. Do you try to make him do it again? No, I mean, that's what I mean. Hit, get the double. Try to get the high side where you bounce. I don't know if you can get that. Come the other way. Come the other way, draw the button. Yeah. Maybe red run back. Red run back. Now the front end is helping. Everybody is the entire team is down there. I mean, I know you had to turn your screen. Sorry about that, but this is the closest view of all the rocks that are in play. So when the rock is delivered, I'll go back to the I guess what would you do? I don't hate the shot that he's lining up. Run the guard back in, get you the best result. Or just straight draw the button. But that feels like an easy chip out. So you can just throw weight at it. Yeah, even if you're shot, you got to be like all the way down to the back one before the chip out isn't there. You do have a rock, like it'll move. I mean, it'll get it, but it's over buried, so it just doesn't feel like there's a shot here. There you go. Yeah, I'm glad other people do that, especially new curlers. It's still 5U, still fun, even though this is for a trip to nationals. Coming down the last, and it's okay to take extra time here. This is an untimed game. The whole warm room is watching this shots. Anybody have an idea? What do you think? Are you drawing here or you're hitting? Well, all of these shots are really tough. I think probably what I'd land on is run the corner guard in, or I would take the center red rock and play it at control. Hopefully it scoots by. And then maybe you can get the run double. I don't know. It's a tough shot. All right, so they have it. I'm going to slide it over. There we go. All right. So they're going to try to hit this back one, miss the one that was just thrown, and roll underneath and be shot. It's a tough shot for sure. I don't think are we throwing big weight at it? Yeah. With this ice, I feel like it's peel. Yeah. It'll hold on this line. Yeah, big weight. And an add. They're sweeping for line. Sweeping for line. It's close. Oh, it tapped the top one. What a well-contested day. Congratulations to Team Wright, your Fighting Hornet 5U champions. And they have earned the trip to nationals. Hugs all around. Congratulations. Thank you for joining us here at Charlotte Curling. We have enjoyed having you on the chat. Thanks Nutmeg, Broomstones, all of those folks that are coming around. It was a very well contested game. That was everything a final needed to be. There probably will be a drink or two shared before the flights are caught. I'm going to sign off here. Thank you. Well done, yellow team. Yeah, the Yellow Rocks. Well played. Congratulations. And we will see you next time here at Charlotte Curling for the mixed doubles. Southern States mixed doubles is in a couple of weeks. Have a great day. Toodaloo.